Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back to do a foundation wear test, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Neutrogena SkinClearing Mineral Foundation, the Oil-Free Makeup, and the Blemish Concealer. Neutrogena kindly sent these over for me to try out for you. I do have blemish prone skin. I'm combo to oily, so I'm really excited to try this out, and yeah, let's jump right into it. The first shade I'm going to swatch is the shade Medium 15. The second is Light 10. So here are the foundations. They are 1 fluid ounce. So here's the shade Honey Beige. It is more yellow than the Tan 80. And then here is the shade Tan 80. Right now we're zoomed in so you guys can see my blemishes. I have a few blemishes on this side. They're a lot redder, and I have one right here. On my chin I have some that have healed up a little bit, so they're a little bit just purpley, that dark undertone. This side, I don't really have that much of a breakout on this side, so mainly just on this side of my cheek and right here on my chin. First, I'm going to go ahead and apply the concealers. I've already put on my moisturizer and my eye cream. I'm not going to wear a primer since this didn't come with a primer. I'm just going to go ahead and just go for it. The concealers do have salicylic acid, so you cannot put them under your eyes. Do not use these as highlighting concealers. I'm just going to use these to conceal my blemishes. And the shade I'm going to choose is the Medium 15. The reason I'm choosing the Medium 15 is because the light is too light for my complexion. What it'll do is I'll highlight those spots and make the blemishes look more apparent under the foundation. So what I'm going to do is just put the medium so that it could help cancel out the redness, and then add the foundation over it. And I'm not big on applying straight to my face with these applicators either. I just don't like reapplying something that's already touched a blemish to my face. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some product out, put it on a clean area. So the brush I'm going to use is the Sephora Pro Flat Concealer number 76. Looks like that. Which is really good for blemishes because it helps pack on the color. When you use something super fluffy, that's great for the under eye area, but it'll disperse the product away from your blemish. So what you want to use is a flat brush like this. Take a little bit of product and then just going to lightly tap onto the blemishes. I really want to put it right there, but I feel like that one's too close to my under eye area, so I'm not going to apply the concealer there. And then I'm just going to use patting motions on the blemish, but around the blemish itself, I can blend that further. I don't see any more redness in those spots, so that's really good. I had spots here and I had a whole bunch on this side, but they're kind of... So now I'm going to go ahead and go with the foundation. I have 85 and 90 mixed together. I'm going to use the Kat Von D number 10 brush and apply that. The color looks really good having those two mixed together. And I am using a stippling motion, and the reason I'm using a stippling motion is because I have that concealer laying down. So if I were to use a buffing motion, it would defeat the purpose of me putting that concealer there because I'd be pulling the concealer away from the spots. So in order to keep that pigmentation there to cover it, I'm going to have to stipple on top of it. The blemish right here, I didn't put the foundation high enough because this also has salicylic in it, so I don't want to take this up underneath the eye. I'm going to use a separate concealer for that. The scar, the sun scar that I have here, is actually covered up pretty well, so I'm liking the coverage where it's at. The finish is a skin finish. It's not matte, but it's not dewy. I'm going to go ahead and finish off with the powder. The shade that I'm going to use is the Honey Beige in 70. I typically go lighter with powders because I'm oily. They tend to oxidize on me. It's just something that you can't avoid with powders. So I tend to go with a lighter one, 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin color. And I'm just going to lightly dust that over. I'm going to use the Kat Von D brush in the number 20. And I'm going to just lightly pick it up. And because this brush is tapered, I'm going to just use it to press and roll over. This is actually darkening up my foundation. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go with the darker one. This is deepening my foundation a whole shade. I don't know if you can see. From here to here, I have the powder here in this area, to here, it's a little bit more orange. So I'm going to really, really lightly use this powder because it is making my powder orange. My face orange. So I have this side set very lightly because I noticed when I started putting it on, I was starting to get orange. So I immediately tapped off any excess I had and then lightly rolled the rest over. I don't know if you can really tell a difference on camera, but in person you can tell that this side is a little bit more orange, especially in this region here where I applied the powder initially before I realized it was making it darker and more orange in color. So it is on my forehead too, but that's when I noticed, so I already applied it a little bit lighter there. And then in comparison to this side, which I think this tone matches my skin tone perfectly, and then on this side, not so much. Okay, so now I have on my full face. I went ahead and completed the rest of the look with an under eye concealer, bronzer, and lipstick. So now it's 5:45. I'm going to go ahead and head out, and I will come back and check in with you and let you know how the wear goes. Hey guys, I'm back. It is 2:50 a.m. So first things first, I have shine, definitely, here in my T-zone. And I have it in my cheeks right here. Also have a little bit of shine in my chin. This is a mild amount of shine for me. I can get pretty oily. So I would say the foundation held up as far as oil control goes. I haven't retouched with powder though, so I'm going to retouch for you and let's see how that goes. This applicator is dual-sided. It says that the orange side is for sheer coverage and the white side is for fuller coverage. But when you actually open this compact, there's a mirror inside, which is awesome. So this is where the sponge goes and the mirror is on top for you to touch up with, which is very convenient. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to start with the orange side. So this is supposed to be the sheer side. I'm just dabbing that. Grab a little bit. Just taking a look here, I see that the shine is reduced by a lot. It looks almost like I just applied the foundation and set it. And there wasn't much coverage added with the powder, if any, when I touched it up with this side. I will say though, you have to be careful and blend because do you see? There's like literally a darker spot right here on my chin, and that's from where I touched the sponge to my face. So I'm going to just try to blend that out. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side with the white side. So this is going to apply fuller coverage. That much product. Start right here. Do you see that? Do you see how much darker that is? Takes care of the oil, but it is so much darker. It literally matches my bronzer. So be careful when you're applying these. I'm seeing this on camera and I'm hoping that you see it too. This side of my face has the white side of the sponge, which has more coverage, and then this side has the orange side, which applies less coverage. Do you see this region right here? My bronzer blended into the powder. The powder was dark enough to basically make my bronzer look like it wasn't really applied there. Whereas on this side, you can definitely see my bronzer. And aside from the fact that it's darkening, the powder did a really good job helping absorb my excess oil. It doesn't look cakey when it's reapplied. The sponge is really neat. So the fact that this side has more coverage just by flipping the sponge was really cool. So I like that. I really like the powder. It's smooth, it's thin, and it's easy to apply and touch up with. So my favorite product would probably have to be the concealer. The concealer is strangely thin in texture, but it still had a lot of pigment. Like, it was able to cover the redness. I won't say cover the blemish completely, but it helped cover the redness so that my foundation didn't have to be doubled up as much. As far as the wear test goes, I think all three products will definitely hold up for me for an everyday wear. I am happy with the coverage, I am happy with the finish, and I like that I am not getting a ton of shine throughout the day, and it's easy for me to touch up should I get shine. My only cons were the shades. I was in between and I had to mix two liquids to get my shade. And then the powder foundation also has that con with the colors. I think that the shade in the pan is not true to color once you apply it. So just go a few shades lighter. So I would recommend this to anyone out there that has the same concerns as me, being comedo oily as well as blemish prone. It is something that's going to help treat those blemishes and help them heal faster, and also help prevent breakouts because it's going to help unclog those pores throughout the day as you're wearing the foundation. This is a yes for me. If any of those concerns apply to you, definitely go ahead and check out the new Neutrogena SkinClearing line. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!